that everyone understood that they are a very important piece of the most intricate puzzle that has ever existed. And without them, the picture is incomplete. And we need people here. We need them to stay here for as long as they're supposed to be here, till their natural end, because there's a purpose in that. And we can't always see it. We don't always know what that is, but it will be revealed.
So to use your words, how content are you?
I'm feeling pretty content these days.
And what do you attribute that to?
I think my mindfulness practice has been a lot of that, coming to that place, just practicing self-care, working on my own personal development, and my meditation practice was a lot of that. I really wanted to tackle these anger issues that I've had since I was a child. It's been a theme throughout my life, this uncontrolled anger. And I think a big reason why I haven't had the most successful relationships in my life. And so really taking the time to address that, both through therapy and through my mindfulness practice.
You seem so grounded to me. The first time I met you, it was very brief. It was just like, hey, bye, bye, bye. And I go, oh, this guy's very grounded.
Yeah.
And then we filmed a full day for What's Working, and you were just even the whole day right here. Where I'm up here sometimes, and then sometimes I'm down here.
Yeah.
And so it's so peculiar to me that you have anger problems.
Yeah.
Because you don't seem like an angry person at all.
Yeah, anger and anxiety, right? And if you take it back to when I was a kid, this whole, ADD persona, that's still very much a part of me, and if we want to take it to like Ayurvedic practices and look at like my dosha, like I'm a fire dosha.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So people generally fall into, 3 different categories. And so I'm naturally just a very fiery person, right? So I have, like, my body burns hot. I burn a lot of calories. I have a lot going on in my brain. I tend to be here, energy level wise. But finding balance in my life. I have times of high productivity and high energy output when I'm doing some, intense workouts and things like that. But through mindfulness, I've learned tactics to be able to really be a lot more even keel.
You're your own mood stabilizer.
Absolutely. And it doesn't mean that I don't have those feelings. It doesn't mean that I don't get anxious. It doesn't mean that I
you're
don't
not living
get
in
angry.
denial.
I'm not living in denial.
Yeah.
I'm not shutting down those things that happen inside of me. But instead of reacting to them, which was my default forever, I've learned how to respond to them. And I respond in now a more mindful, measured way. And that's allowed me to find a lot of peace in my life.
What are the words that you use though? A dosha?
Yeah, doshas.
What is that?
So there are 3 doshas in Ayurvedic medicine.
What is Ayurvedic medicine?
So Ayurvedic is an ancient Indian medicine that uses mostly food to actually keep the body in alignment. And it's a sister practice with yoga. And of course, the heart of yoga is meditation. So it's really about finding balance and alignment. So, our doshas, are what we tend to be most like. So I'm Pitta, which is the fiery dosha. There's Vata, and I'm not an expert at Ayurvedic medicine, but I know enough to know what works for my body and what doesn't. And so when you feed like with like, then it increases it. So for me, when I eat, spicy food, have caffeine, have, a lot of like angry confrontations and things like that, that increases it for me, right? So once upon a time when I wasn't, working on my wellness the way that I am now, I was drinking alcohol every day, smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, having several shots of espresso, and all of this was feeding this fire, right? So now I'm taking things in that are cooling, that are calming, and so I don't have caffeine. I don't really drink. I've meditate and I do things that ground me, and that helps bring that balance.
That is why you think you have become so content, because you are practicing this holistic wellness program based in mood stabilization.
Yeah, I found peace within myself. I fought so long against it. I didn't want to be angry, and it made me angry that I was angry. Right. And instead I've learned anger in and of itself is not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. It's what we do with it. Anger can be something that inspires us to take positive action against injustice, right? And so just like anything, it's what you do with it. So coming to peace with like who I am, and I think it's very auspicious that we're talking about this today on my birthday, and kind of coming full circle to how I came. My mom says I came out of the womb at full sprint, right? And how I came into the world, and what I've chosen to do with that, right? Instead of blaming the trauma, instead of blaming the world and the circumstances that I was born into, I've chosen to respond in a different way. And in that way, I've become very content with my life, because even though, do I have everything that I want? No. Am I happy all the time? No, absolutely not. But despite that, I have this inner security that I know no matter where I go and no matter what happens to me, I will be okay, because I've proven that time and time again.
Yeah, I can hear the ACT coming through, the acceptance and commitment therapy. It's very good. What do you worry about?
I've struggled, I think, for a long time with...
If you like psychology and learning about mental health and want to learn more while meeting other people who are interested, explore your membership options using the link below this video or visit medcircle.com.
Whether or not to have children. For the longest time, it wasn't even a thought to me. I didn't want to pass on my genes. I didn't want to bring a child into a world that wasn't built for them, right? Those of us with mental health issues, like we live in a world that wasn't built for us. It's not like the way that medicine is set up is not built for us. And we're slowly changing that, right? But for the longest time, I didn't want to have children because of that. And then, as I kind of entered my 30s, my mid 30s, I started to have this desire to have kids. And it was, I think sort of this, this genetic, idea that, procreation, whatever it is. And I fought against that and I struggled against that. And so I still kind of, I think, have some worry about the idea of bringing kids into the world. But I think I've also come to a place of peace about that, because I've come to understand that I'm pretty well equipped now to be a dad. Because of everything that I've gone through, if I happen to have children who have mental health issues, who better to guide them through that,
of course,
than me, because I have that lived experience. So while I have some worry, and I'm talking about my future hypothetical children, by the way, but even though I have some worry about that, I think I've come to this place of like peace with it too.
What is your purpose?
I feel like my purpose is to connect. I really feel like I am here to connect people to these ideas, to this information, to support, and to really be a conduit to what can be, a bridge from where you're at to what's possible. And if I can show people that it's possible to go from a life where you feel that it may not be worth living to a place where you're thriving, then, you know, that's the greatest reward. That's the greatest thing that I can ask for in this world.
What do you think the soul is?
I think the soul is this energy that is part of all of us, that we all have inside of us, but it's connected to this eternal energy pool as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just ours. You can't create or destroy energy, right? So we get to keep it, we get to hold on to it for a while while we're in these bodies, but eventually that returns. And I think the more that we can connect that energy, that soul with other people, the more we can do that on a day-to-day basis in this life, the closer to enlightenment that we get here on earth.
What is something that you know that you wish everyone in the world would know?
And so if we can understand that it's bigger than us, it's not about us, it's bigger than that. And if we can contribute to that in a meaningful way, then in that way, you know, we've really found our purpose and accomplished what we're supposed to do here on life, on this earth.
I noticed earlier that you have a tattoo on your arm. What does it say?
The tattoo reads, "I am a radiating center of divine love." And the rest of the quote says, "Mighty to attract my good and to radiate good to others."
And where did that come from?
It was found a couple of years ago in a box of my birth father's personal affects. My mom and I were going through his things, and you know, there are all these letters from when he was in prison, you know, letters that he had written my mom, his mom, some personal items, a pack of unopened Camel cigarettes, and his book of AA work. You know, he had at various times been involved with the church and been involved with support groups like Alcoholics Anonymous. And during that time, he, you know, was doing his work, going through his steps, and he had written down this quote along with a Bible verse. And the really interesting thing about it is, it was dated the 18th of January, 1984. And you know, and he wrote it at a time when he was lucid, when he was doing work and he was, you know, making progress. My father died by suicide on the 18th of January, 1987.
Wow.
So 3 years to the day after he died. The fact that he had that moment, that he was doing that work, showed me who he was, showed me the core of, you know, that he wasn't content. He wasn't a bad person. He wasn't a stupid person. He was somebody who was actively working. And despite the fact that, you know, he ultimately lost his battle, didn't change the fact that he was a good person. So this mantra has become something that's very personally meaningful to me. And it's actually something that I recite at the end of my meditation as part of my gratitude practice. And I actually had my mom write it down, so this tattoo is in her handwriting.
Say what's on your arm again.
"I am a radiating center of divine love, mighty to attract my good and to radiate good to others."
Is there anything that you haven't said today that you want to say?
I want to say to anyone out there who is struggling, who is thinking of giving up, who thinks that life may not be worth living for whatever reason, I want you to know that it's worth it. All the pain, all the struggles, all of the hardships that you go through are absolutely 100% worth it. And if you can't believe that today, that's okay that you can't believe that. I know that it's hard to see, but I will believe that for you. And I will keep believing that for you until you can believe it for yourself.